welcome to What's Up Ocala. I'm your host, Andrea Praber. Okay, we are going to get into a subject this morning that is absolutely driving me crazy. There is this really disturbing trend on social media where random people are offering Airbnb or VRBO hosting or co-hosting, as they're calling it, for vacation rentals that they do not own. They're even strongly encouraging other people to do this because it's so easy. Making sure that you have a licensed real estate agent by your side can make all the difference in the world. Now, what about those that are like, I want to save a little bit of money and, maybe getting someone that's unlicensed is not that big a deal. Well, I checked out what those individuals are charging and compared it against what our company compensation is. And while, of course, not all companies are the same and they offer different compensation requirements or whatever, guess what I found out? It was often more than what we actually charge. That's right. A real estate brokerage with licensed, insured, educated, and background check property managers may actually end up saving you money right up front. Yep. Not only that, but real estate transactions of any kind, they can handle a significant amount of money, especially if you have more than one property you're asking them to manage for you. That means you need legal protection. When you work with licensed professionals, whether it's a general contractor, a roofer, or a real estate agent or property manager, we're all bound by strict regulations and ethical standards that are set by the DBPR. That's the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. There are literally millions of licenses that they actually oversee throughout the state of Florida. They ensure that we are held accountable for any unethical or illegal behavior during the course of the transaction. You can actually rest easy knowing that your interests are safeguarded and protected by the law. Did you know that licensees are actually required to have a criminal background check done? Yeah, it's done by the FBI. But also a record of their fingerprints are kept by the DBPR. I know this because at this point they have mine 5 or 6 times over now because I hold several real estate related licenses. And I have to do the whole procedure, the whole process all over again for each one of those. So they've got my fingerprints. Let's face it, real estate is complex and it can be very overwhelming. And that's what licensed real estate agents, that's where they come in. We've got extensive training and education in order just to obtain our license. And that helps us and it equips us to have a deeper understanding of the real estate market, the property laws, contracts, negotiations, and all of the critical aspects of the home buying or selling or leasing process. Working with licensed professionals in whatever field means you have someone with the necessary expertise that's going to guide you through the entire journey to help you make well-informed decisions and provide you all of your options. In Florida, not only do we have to have mandatory education in order to get licensed, but we're also required to take a set amount of continuing education each year per license before we're allowed to renew our license. So the question you should be asking in this scenario that I've talked about, this trend that's growing, is why is the person that is doing licensed activity not licensed? Why didn't they just go and get the license? Either they can't pass the state requirements or they won't know that they can pass the state requirements, or one of those requirements is a criminal background check, like I mentioned. Another requirement is a state licensing exam, and it tests ethics, competency, and comprehension of essential real estate laws that affect you and your ability to get sued, and basic real estate math. These are all things that you want in a property manager. Integrity and trustworthiness are paramount in real estate. Absolutely paramount. Licensed agents are required to adhere to a very strict code of conduct, and this means that licensees are supposed to be committed to acting in your best interest by doing things like maintaining confidentiality, disclosing any conflicts of interest, you can be confident that your licensed agent is dedicated to representing your interests faithfully and transparently and ensuring a smooth and fair transaction, or else, because you have that ability, that or else, when they're licensed. Market conditions can change rapidly. Staying informed is crucial for a licensee. They have to be up to date. They have to have access to information on the local market trends, recent sales and rentals and property values. Their insights are supposed to empower you to make informed decisions and get the best possible deal, whether you're buying or selling real estate or leasing or renting out your property or whatever. Knowledge is power, and licensed agents have it in spades. In the unfortunate event of a dispute during a real estate transaction, having a licensed agent can be a game changer for the entire thing. Not only are we skilled at mediating and helping resolve conflicts before they grow into huge lawsuits or big, huge deals between the parties, working diligently to protect your interests and finding a fair resolution is our goal. You can definitely rely on the expertise in negotiation skills just to help navigate all the bumps in the road. And there will be bumps in the road. There's no way not to have those. Every real estate transaction involves some level of risk. But when you're working with a licensed professional that's experienced, they can help mitigate those potential pitfalls. We're all trained to identify and address issues before they escalate into major problems. The licensee's real estate experience allows us to anticipate and handle challenges, and it ensures a smoother and less stressful process for you, which is the goal. Real estate transactions do require also a significant amount of legal documentation, which have to be with a licensed individual on record for a set amount of years. Those are contracts, disclosures, agreements, all of that. Licensed agents are also well-versed in preparing, reviewing, and explaining those documents, ensuring that they comply with all of the laws and all of the regulations, even those that have recently changed. So this attention to those details can prevent costly mistakes and delays in the entire process. Okay, so you understand the importance. Hopefully I've got that across to you. The importance of working with a licensed professional, no matter what trade. So let's go ahead and talk about how to verify their credentials. First, you want to check online with the DBPR. You go to myfloridalicense.com. Very simple. There's a yellow button you can click when you scroll down the main first page where you can search using the agent's name or their license number, and that confirms their current status. Also, do not hesitate to ask the agent directly for their license number. A licensed professional will gladly provide this information. Most have memorized those numbers, and you can cross-check it with the DBPR for validation. Do not hesitate to do this. We are not offended, or we shouldn't be. You can also request a copy of their license. This is going even one step above and beyond. Legitimate agents are going to happily share this document with you, further confirming their legitimacy. If they don't, that's a question mark. That's a huge red flag. Keep an eye out for official logos and symbols associated with the DBPR on any marketing materials as well. While we don't use it that much, it is something that will definitely showcase that they are licensed. Don't stop at just being licensed either. You can also inquire about their professional affiliations, special designations, and any kind of certifications that they have as well. Many licensed agents belong to organizations like the National Association of Realtors, NAR. This showcases their commitment to ethical standards and ongoing professional development. Not all licensed real estate agents are realtors, but all realtors are licensed real estate agents, if that makes sense. Realtors are licensees that have taken an extra step and had taken an oath of conduct. And they actually could be sanctioned or fined if there are complaints from the public about unethical or unprofessional behavior. Anytime there's a complaint against one of the members of the National Association of Realtors, their members are actually form a committee of their peers, and they meet to discuss the issue and see if the realtor has violated what they call the Code of Ethics. And that's a code that they agreed to abide by when they joined NAR. If they find that the realtor has in fact done harm or acted unprofessionally even, they can be suspended for being a realtor. They could be forced to do additional education classes, and they can even be fined as much as $25,000. That is over and above what the DBPR, the state of Florida, can do on top of that. Another thing you can do is seek out referrals and read reviews from previous clients of theirs. Word of mouth recommendations and positive feedback are huge. We all love those in the real estate industry. They're just a really good indicator that a licensed agent is reliable and they have a good quality of service. Finally, be very cautious of those red flags that we've been talking about. Any kind of reluctance to share license information, cash-only payments, pressure to make quick decisions or kind of being pushy in any way, any kind of unethical practices. These could be signs of an unlicensed or just an unethical individual, and you should avoid working with them at all costs. So if I've convinced you that you should only hire a licensed real estate professional, great. That's awesome. I really, really hope that you listen to that. But what do you look for in a good real estate agent? So let's go ahead and take it one step further. We're going to go over 7 things to look for and the questions that you can ask or things to look for to get the best results. First one is effective communication. It is crucial when working with a real estate agent. Look for someone who really listens to your needs instead of just talking about themselves. If they start talking about how great they are and how much they've sold and all this and that, they're not the one. They should communicate clearly and keep you informed throughout the entire process and really listen to your needs. A good agent should be responsive to your questions and concerns and be very proactive in providing information and updates. Don't look for them to know everything. That's impossible. But if you ask something and they said they don't know or they'll get back to you with the information, did they do it? How's their follow-up game? Check on that. That's the real sign. All right, number 2, ethics. A good real estate agent adheres to high ethical standards and operates with professionalism. They should act in your best interest. They should maintain confidentiality, and they should be very transparent about any potential conflicts of interest that they may have. You don't want somebody that's maybe tempted to take kickbacks, as that will not be in your best interest. Check for additional education, designations, affiliations with reputable organizations like I mentioned before, the National Association of Realtors, NAR, or maybe the National Association of Residential Property Managers, known as NARPM. Check into those. If you see that they're members of those, they've gone above and beyond. Number 3, local market knowledge. The real estate market can be very different from one neighborhood to another. Okay, a good agent should have done a very thorough investigation and have a deep understanding of the local market, the trends, the recent sales, the property values, and any upcoming developments that are going to affect the area, even roads or infrastructure changes. Those are huge. Any kind of new construction coming in. This knowledge is essential in helping you make informed decisions. So check and see, how knowledgeable are they in your neighborhood? Do they know the recent sales or rentals in the area, or what are the pros and cons of your living in your neighborhood? That's going to change how they market something, so they need to know this stuff. Number 4, availability and accessibility. Look for an agent who is readily available and accessible when you need them. I'm not talking about if they went on a vacation once in a year or something like that. But what if they're really booked up and they don't have time for you? Real estate transactions can move very quickly, and having an agent who can respond promptly can make a huge difference in the outcome. So if you called to schedule your first meeting and they were booked out with clients for a week or 2, that's your sign. They don't really need your business. Number 5, negotiation skills. Negotiations are a huge part of the real estate transaction, all throughout it, not just at the beginning. And it's not just the price either, but also all of the terms, okay? A good agent should be a skilled negotiator. They're going to advocate for your interests, and they're going to secure the best possible deal for you. Their ability to negotiate effectively can save you huge amount of money and time, or even get you a higher selling price. So if you want to test their negotiation skills, negotiate your contract with them and see how far you get. If they fold like a wet paper plate at a barbecue, you may want to keep looking. Okay, if they can't even negotiate for themselves, just All right, number 6, tech savviness. This is a huge one today. In today's digital age, a good real estate agent should be tech savvy, and they should use a whole host of modern tools and technology to enhance the buying or selling experience. They should be proficient in online marketing, social media, print marketing as well. Don't forget that. That's not a thing of the past. That's still current. Virtual tours and other innovative methods like maybe drone photography and live online open houses. All of these things should market properties effectively. So research the licensees online, check their online presence, their social media presence, and other sales and rental listings that they have, and see if what they're doing for those are what you want your home to be marketed as. All right, number 7, education. I cannot stress enough the difference between a licensee that is constantly striving to educate themselves and one that has no idea of any real estate law changes since 1999. Laws change with the times, and an educated real estate agent is going to keep up to date, not only to protect their customers and the public, but also themselves. Feel free to ask, when was the last time they took a class? And what was it about? What did they learn? Ask about it. Because if they're educating themselves, they're striving for excellence. By choosing the right agent, you can have a trusted partner by your side, guiding you towards your real estate goals and getting you there all the way to the finish line. Okay, that's it. I'm off my soapbox for now. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. And when we get back, we're going to talk stats for residential sales this week here in Marion County and fun stuff to do this weekend. So come back for that. Welcome back. All right, before we get into the sales stats this week, I want to ask a small favor. If you're enjoying this program, please just let us know. The website here at the radio station is classichitsocala.com, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please, you can go ahead and leave us a comment in the description below. If you are a fan and truly think that we have helped you or educated you or just entertained you in some way, share the show with someone else. We don't have some kind of huge, massive, crazy budget for advertising, okay? We're small town, local business, so mostly we're using word of mouth to get us out there. So help get us out there. If you think someone would benefit from the show as well, share. And if you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you haven't already. All right, I'm done begging. Let's go ahead and jump into real estate stats for this week here in Marion County over the last 7 days. I always love going over the stats. It always just keeps everybody informed as to what's going on. It's great. All right, currently there are 2,325 homes available and ready to purchase right now. New listings that hit the market this week, 243, so we're definitely up for that. Price increase, 23. Price decrease, 243. Okay, so our price increases is a little bit lower, but the price decrease amount is kind of holding steady. Back on the market, we had 90. That's a lot that did not go to the closing table. Sold, we had 262. Now that's definitely up. That's a lot of sold. Expired, we had 35. Leased, as usual, we have 0. Pending, 254. Well, there's a lot of people out there buying right now, so good to know. Temporarily off the market, we had 9. Withdrawn, we had 3. And canceled, we had 42. That's quite a few canceled transactions right there for their house being listed. National average interest rate is 8.025% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. The 15-year is at 7.12%. So heads up on that. Now, what's going on around you today and tomorrow? Well, every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the corner of 3rd and 3rd downtown, you have the downtown market. It's totally free to walk through and look at all sorts of stuff. There's vendors, fresh produce, food trucks, live music, coffee, mimosas. It is pet friendly. It is kid friendly. There's arts, there's crafts. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We also have First Saturday at the Brick downtown as well. That's from 10 to 4 over on Broadway Street. The first Saturday of every month, there's free art making activities and a brand new gallery exhibit. The gallery is free admission and all supplies are provided as well, and all ages are welcome. So stop on over there. International Blues Day is downtown Dunellen. If you want to head out in that direction tonight at 7 p.m., an annual event celebrates the rich culture and diversity of blues music while also supporting local music education. By making a small donation and receiving a ticket, you'll not only support the purchase of steel pan instruments to start a free music program in Dunellen, but also helping to promote cultural awareness and education in the community. So feel free to stop out for that. I know there's food trucks and stuff out there as well, so you should have a really good time. Brown and Brown Farms is still going on from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. over on Highway 301. The ultimate yard sale Junk in the Trunk was back this morning, and you still have a little bit of time to get down there. If you're just shopping, it's totally free to go. This event happens the first Saturday of every month, and it is huge. I've loved going over there. It's a great time. It's located alongside Brown's Country Market, like I said, on Highway 301. This is the perfect event for people who love yard sales or flea markets, and they're looking for a bargain. So if you want to sell some stuff next month, it's a little too late for today, but it's only $15 to park your car for your spot. So bring your own tables and chairs. This is legit in the middle of a field, but it is a really great time, and there's a lot of people that participate, so you should find a really good bargain. All right, well, that's it for us in this show. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back next Saturday at 10 a.m., and we hope to see you there. Thanks again. Bye.
Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.